So, Donald Trump gets found innocent on the articles of impeachment that were brought against him. And, we talked about this. We talked about, once the articles was brought up, we talked about this thing. And a lot of the would-be conscious community knew what was going to happen with this. A lot of people were saying, they was hype over the articles of impeachment being brought against him because people don't understand how impeachment works. They think that as soon as somebody says the word impeachment, that means that the person gets thrown out of office. It shows the lack of, understanding how politics works. You'd be hard pressed to find a president be brought up under articles of impeachment and then have a Senate and Congress that are majority of whatever party they're in, and that party kick that person out of office. Ain't nobody getting kicked out, y'all. It's not how it works. But black people, we're dumb about this. A lot of black people who are into politics were real stupid about this shit and wanted to believe that it's so clearly blatant what Donald Trump has done, the laws that he has broken, that they have to get him the fuck up out of there. Well, that means a couple things. Again, one, you don't know how the political arena is set up and how it works. Two, you don't understand this justice system that you're supposed to understand, especially if you black. It doesn't matter what the truth is. It matters as to whether one will be convicted or not. The truth does not matter. That shows in the case of, you see so many black men being freed from prison after doing decades in prison. Come to find out they ain't do nothing. Well, if you look at the cases, you'll know that they ain't did nothing to begin with. But that's not how this justice system, so-called justice system, works. This is America. 3Ks. Do not get this shit fucked up. Incorporated. I keep trying to tell y'all. Y'all keep thinking it's a goddamn game. Thinking it's a goddamn conspiracy. It don't work like that, y'all. And if you are into politics and you study politics, and I don't think there's anything wrong with studying politics, because I'll study politics. I think it's the belief in politics that causes the real serious issue. Because somehow you don't understand. Still, even after you watch these things happen, you still want to be oblivious to what the reality is. Donald Trump could have did all that shit. I think about the 50 Cent, they had a meme out for a while, like, whatever they say Donald Trump did, he did that shit. But y'all think that matters. It does not matter. He is the sitting president. His people not gonna vote for him to be kicked out. And even when you had, stupid ass Nancy Pelosi, who y'all still support. Now, I posted up the other day on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, links in the description box at Team Rob 5. I posted up on Instagram. Donald Trump gave a State of the Union address speech the other day. This racist bitch gonna call herself being defiant by ripping up the speech after he got done. And these dumbass, white people, they dumb. Okay? I believe white people are stupid. And it makes me so mad that y'all look up to them the way y'all do. So white people cheering it on. Because they call themselves hating Donald Trump too. So now white people and black people so-called have a common enemy. At least on the surface. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really real shit. But black people feed into this shit. Nancy Pelosi. I've seen motherfuckers talking about, she been hanging around Maxine, she been hanging around Auntie Maxine too long. Look at her being sassy. You motherfuckers are so damn ignorant sometimes that it blows my mind. Nancy Pelosi is a goddamn racist. You look ignorant celebrating one racist, not liking another racist. That doesn't make any sense. But y'all want to, put Nancy Pelosi up on your goddamn shoulders because she ripped up a goddamn speech. Nancy Pelosi don't give a fuck about black people. What has she done for black people? Why is she being celebrated in black spaces at all? Y'all celebrated her when she brought up the articles of impeachment against him. And the fact that y'all still celebrate and worship Maxine, it's mind-blowing to me. Y'all still not understanding how this shit works. This shit is not real. Nancy Pelosi may act like she don't fuck with Donald Trump. She may lean towards being a so-called liberal. But that doesn't mean anything when it comes down to, when they sit in they fucking, in they round table meetings and decide who the oppressed class is gonna be, black folk, it's been you the entire time. And it doesn't matter whether they're liberal, it doesn't matter whether they're conservative, it don't matter whether they're Democrat, it don't matter whether they're Republican, all that shit doesn't matter. When they sit in their rooms and decide who the oppressed class is gonna be, it's always gonna be you. At the end of the motherfucking day, it's gonna be you. Getting rid of Donald Trump ain't gonna change shit. Y'all don't understand that. Thinking that Donald Trump was this was gonna mean he was gonna be kicked out of office. Y'all don't understand shit. Anybody that calls themselves a politically minded, a political minded person that was telling you that this actually meant something, that articles of impeachment was brought against Donald Trump, they're ignorant. And you should no longer be following them. I know you still will. But you should no longer be following people sitting around showing that they don't understand politics, all while claiming that they do understand politics. Matter of fact, they're going to break politics down to you. They're going to read the small print to you. Use the overcomplicated words and all this extra shit that they do to try to make politics seem like it's some, you have to be smart to understand it. No, you don't. You have to understand the streets to understand politics. That's it. That's all you got to understand is how the streets work. Or you can just pay attention to how politics have worked in your lifetime. Especially if you're black, and particularly, we talking about black folk. You know the streets. You know the game. You know how pimps and hoes work. Black people, you are the assigned hoe. In America, 3Ks don't get this shit fucked up incorporated is the pimp. America is the pimp. Not Donald Trump. His racism doesn't fucking matter. America, its racism is the racism that matters. The institution that was in place before he got in there. And the institution that will continue to be in place even when he's gone. That's what y'all gotta understand. I'm gonna be making another, doing some commentary on Bernie Sanders as well. We're gonna talk about his motherfucking bitch ass and what he's doing, as well as Joe Biden. I'm gonna put those two together. Because there's a whole lot of games being played that black people are falling for because we're not paying attention. This does not require essentially a high level of intelligence. All you gotta do is pay attention. This is a game. This is all a game. And at the end of it all, black people are going to be on the bottom. Because we continue to not, to show that we don't understand how this shit works. We're continuing to flood the polls. We're continuing to believe that, we got to do all this vote to cause change. Donald Trump can break any laws that he wants to. He's a sitting president. They can bring articles of impeachment up against him if they want to. But he's not going to be voted out by his own people. That don't even make sense. How does that make sense to anybody? I mean, you don't even got to be smart to see that. Why would your own people vote you out? White folk don't work like black folk work. Huh? I'll say it again. White folk don't work like black folk work. Black people may vote their own people out. Black people do some shit like that. White folk ain't doing that. They not doing that. Them bitches stick together. That is the only thing black people can learn from these cave-dwelling, colonizing bitches. That's the only thing. But that's all the fuck I wanted to say, man. I mean, you have, if you're going to be following people that deal with politics and they're not pulling the goddamn curtain back and showing you exactly what's going on in plain motherfucking English, then they've also been misled, and they're only going to mislead you. Because this shit it's not complicated, y'all. It's not complicated. It's very simple. Black people, pay attention. If you continue to focus on Donald Trump, you're continuing to not see the big picture. It's not Trump, y'all. It's not him. It's America. The way it was built, the way it's been set up, and the reason that nobody's coming along with no goddamn black agenda. Nobody's done it yet. Black people, we have to stick together. We have to. We have to stick together and unify with one mindset. That America don't give a fuck about you. And if we unify based on that mindset alone, we'll get more done than we would voting or sitting around talking about how racist Donald Trump is. Get out your feelings. Stop being emotional about this shit. And let's get to work. Let's get to unifying. Because that's the work. That's the work that we don't want to do. Now let's get to vote. Let's get to work. But that's all the fuck I wanted to say. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Links to follow me on social media in the description box. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I'm out.